In my mind on Sunday, Jalen Hurts had the worst game of his career, by far. And what happens this week? The Russell Wilson talk starts. The DeShaun Watson talk is starting back up. This is what's going to continue to happen until we know if Jalen Hurts is the franchise quarterback. Dallas still stinks. You're by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. Hope you're ready for the big game tonight. The Dallas Cowboys are about to choke again versus the New Orleans Saints. It is going to be a wonderful sight to behold. I will be streaming it live. Come hang out with me. It should be a lot of fun, and we definitely want Mark Holmes meltdown clips. We want to get them. But it should be an interesting game. Unfortunately, Alvin Kamara is out for the Saints, and I think that's a big blow. A big blow, in all seriousness. Now, as far as the Eagles go, we're getting some good news on some players that look like they're going to play. Jalen Hurts, he's saying his ankle's sore, but he should be ready to go versus the Jets. Great news, great news. Now, I know a lot of people want to see Gardner Minshew, or as I like to call him, Garden Minshew. But I think that we got to let Jalen Hurts play. I think he has to play this thing out. He has to continue to play. We have to continue to evaluate him. And I'm interested to see how he responds this week. Yes, it's the New York Jets, and there's no excuses. The Eagles should win this game. The Eagles should be able to beat the Jets without Jalen Hurts. Or, they could put Gardner or Garden Minshew in, and they should be able to beat him. Okay? But I do want to see how he responds. I think every snap he can get helps us in the evaluation process of this guy. Because this team, just knowing this front office and the way Howie Roseman works and how they work, I don't think they're going to give him 2 full years. I don't. I think that they're going to make a decision on him this year, and they're going to either keep him and go forward, or they're not. And they're going to go out and they're going to get somebody. We'll get into that in a second. But I also want to say it's being reported today. Miles, I guess, had a press conference today, Miles Sanders. He said his ankle's feeling better, and he should play also on Sunday. So we're going to get Hurts back and Miles Sanders. Now, here's my thoughts. If Miles Sanders, if he's 90%, if his ankle is 90%, I say sit him. I think personally Miles Sanders shouldn't play this week. I would sit him, and I would try to rest him, because after this Jets game, you then have a bye week. So you'll get a chance to get these guys healthy. Anybody like Miles that could get an extra week of rest, I think it's worth it at this point, because when they come back from the bye week, you got Washington twice, and Washington looks a little scary right now. Okay, and we already know that we always seem to split with this team anyways. They look like they're getting on a roll, okay? So you got them twice. You got Dallas, and the stinking Giants, who I want to spank so bad at the lane. I want to double moonwalk that ass, okay? So get these guys rested in the bye week, and let's get ready to make a run. Let's win out and make the playoffs. That's what I want. I want to win and make the playoffs. We have 3 first-round picks after Carson plays a full game this week, and I'll take 3 first-round picks and a playoff berth. I think that would be fantastic. So Miles is going to play. Hurts looks like he's going to play, and I think the Eagles will be in a good position. I'll have my preview video out tomorrow, no question about it. But we should be good. We should be good. Okay, it's the Jets. If we lose to the Jets, it's over. It's over for us. Then it should be automatic tank mode at that point. Just being honest, there's no reason to lose to the Jets. Okay, now it's funny to me that Jalen Hurts goes out. He has a bad game, and he had a horrible game. I'm sorry. He had a bad game, and he brings up a lot of questions that we have to figure out. Going forward with him, and mainly in the passing game, decision making. To me, decision making, that stuff, I think with reps, that stuff gets worked out. But I'm worried about his arm strength. and I do worry about his accuracy. I think if you don't have a huge arm in the NFL, you could survive. But you got to be deadly accurate. Okay, but you have to be able to make all the throws. He definitely needs work at that. That doesn't mean he can't improve. I'm not saying anything like that. But I'm saying that if you look at where Jalen Hurts is coming out of that Giants game, he has a lot of work to do in the passing game. The question is, will the Philadelphia Eagles give him enough time to develop? Will they be patient with him long enough to develop? And I say this, you have to think about the past. Think about Howie Roseman. Think about Jeffrey Lurie. Think about how they've handled quarterbacks in the past. Even in the recent past. Nick Foles. How many of us thought Nick Foles should get traded for Sam Stinkford? Not me. To me, it was like, what are we doing? Now, that was Chip Dip Kelly, but the Eagles front office still was a part of that. They allowed it to happen. Then you have Carson Wentz, and you look how they drafted Carson Wentz, how they didn't really give him any real weapons, and then they draft a quarterback behind him in the second round to look over his shoulder. He's gone. He's gone. He's in Indianapolis, about to give us a first-round pick, putting up good numbers, looking like a good quarterback. We gave up on him. So how patient is this team? Think about Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman, they have press releases. I've never seen this. Press releases coming out saying, Howie Roseman, the GM of the Philadelphia Eagles, will be at the football game to evaluate two quarterbacks, Pinkett and Corral, I think, right? He's out there in the game, and he's like this. They show him on TV with big binoculars. So I wonder how patient the front office is with Jalen Hurts. And it's going to require patience. To me, at this point, Jalen Hurts probably has earned another year. He probably deserves another year. The question is going to be, will they do it? You got Russell Wilson rumors now. You had Adam Schefter come out, right? And he talked about that he thinks Russell Wilson would waive a no-trade clause to come to Philly, which has to make the Eagles salivate. We know how Howie Roseman, how he feels about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's the quarterback that got away. That's how he looks at it, okay? A lot of people say the reason he drafted Jalen Hurts was to try to make up for that Russell Wilson pick, okay? So Russell Wilson, he's probably on the move, right? It doesn't look good in Seattle. Would he come to Philly? That's a great question. That's a great question. And should the Eagles do it? Me personally, okay? Me personally, I think probably people are not going to like this, but I probably wouldn't do it. I'm going to be honest with you. I probably would not go out and get Russell Wilson. And the reason I say it is because I don't think this team is ready to win next year, even with him. You have too many holes. The only way that I would do it is if I could bring him in and I have enough money to go spend a bunch in free agency. And you would have to be willing to trade draft picks. What? How are you going to get? How many are you going to give? 2 or 3 to Seattle? That's too much. It's too much. He's 33, 34 years old. I know a lot of quarterbacks play, well, some, not all, but there's some good quarterbacks playing in 37, in the 40s. Brady, Rodgers, but I mean, that's only a few of them. How many years is he going to be at the top of his game? How many years does he have left? That's the question. So if you were to trade for Russell Wilson, you're talking maybe a 2 to 3 year window, and you're a team, to me, that's still, even with Russell Wilson, you still have a lot of work to do. You need 2 edge rushers. You need a safety. You need another corner. You need linebackers. You still need interior offensive linemen. So you have a lot of work to do. You still may need a veteran wide receiver. I would skip it. Okay? I would skip it. But, Schefter said he would waive the trade clause, and then you have Joe Banner comes out and says, hey, the Eagles may be interested in him. I wouldn't put it past the Eagles at all. Now, if the Eagles get Russell Wilson, I'm not going to lie, there would be an excitement factor, but I still think you have a lot of work to do. Truthfully, if you're going to go out and spend money on a quarterback, the better bet to me is DeShaun Watson. It's DeShaun Watson. Now, that comes with a giant stipulation, because every time I talk to DeShaun Watson, people say, well, how can you want a guy with all the things that he did or is accused of? To me, I'm only speaking about getting DeShaun Watson if he's cleared of it all. If it's all put to rest and it's cleared and it's behind him and it's done. Not if he's accused or not if it's hanging over his head. I don't want him. But if I had to choose somebody to go trade picks for, I would choose him. And the reason is he's 25 years old, 26 years old. So if I got him in, right, this is a guy, and we got to take the off the field stuff. Like I said, if you're getting mad because you think I'm saying I want a guy with all those problems, I don't. This only counts if he's cleared of his charges and everything's off the table and he's clear and he's ready to go. Otherwise, he's off the table because I can't have that hanging over my head. Okay, but let's just for argument's sake say he's cleared, right? Everything's cleared and he's cleared of all charges. And you want to go out and you want to trade picks. At least if you get him and he's 26 years old, you have time to build and develop the team around him. You still have a few years. You could still draft players. And in 2-3 years, he's 28, 29 years old. He's still got 4, 5, 6 years left. DeShaun Watson's a good player. DeShaun Watson's never played with offensive line like the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay? So, to me, I would probably do that before I would get Russell Wilson. Now, Russell Wilson, if we were closer, if we were like one player away, I could see it. Okay? Russell Wilson, to me, probably, though, is more attractive piece to the Philadelphia Eagles front office and Howie Roseman, just based on what they know of him, what they want. They wanted him in the draft. But once you get a guy like that, once you get a Russell Wilson, you have to remember, you get him, your window is only 2 or 3 years. You're going to have to go spend a lot of money, and you're going to have to try to win now, which will hurt your future. If you stick with Jalen Hurts one more year, which is at this point is what I would do. Okay, unless something really, really good or good bargain or something comes along, I probably would stick with Jalen Hurts. That would be my number one choice. Okay, so I would stick with Jalen Hurts. That would be my number one choice. If I had to trade for a guy, if DeShaun Watson clears up all the off the field stuff, I would trade for him first. But preferably keep Jalen Hurts one more year. Let's see what he could do. If he doesn't improve in his passing, then we know. And you start making progress. You start making plans on drafting a quarterback. That's what I think the Eagles should do. What will the front office do? I have no idea. This front office is so hard to figure out when it comes to quarterbacks, how they handle quarterbacks, how they treat quarterbacks. So who the hell knows? But all I know is if you don't want to hear the Russell Wilson talk, you don't want to hear the Deshaun Watson talk, you don't want to hear it, Jalen Hurts got to go out and play good. If he does that, people won't talk about it. If he doesn't, people are going to talk about it. And let me say this. If he doesn't finish off strong, then all that next year stuff's off the table. He's got to finish the year out strong. So he needs to have a rebound game this week and the rest of the season, in my opinion. With that said, let me know what you guys think. Take care. Talk to you later. Don't forget, I'll be streaming tonight. And don't be a dingbat. I tell you, talking about these quarterbacks, it's tiring, man. It's tiring. And, it's December 2nd already. It's already Christmas. I haven't even got all my decorations up. Usually I'm done decorating by Black Friday, like the day after Thanksgiving. But the thing is moving and all these new boxes, like I have things that don't fit my house. But the one thing I was able to find, and the one thing we need to get going and kick it off right away, because it's that season, is we found this. We found my baby. So let eggnog season begin. Eggnog time, yo, it's here. Let's get it on. Denzel Washington, out.